God, fire sealed. Don't wash your hands, you filthy beast.
What'd you do? Ew! I don't want to know why. Fire seal.
He likes that intro.
You don't tell us that, man. Or wash your hands of murder?
Mm-hmm.
What are you up to? What are you doing tonight? What's your thing here? Hobby gone wrong? I don't know. Alright. Hi, Snag. Are you sitting in a room that's got popcorn ceiling all over it? What's going on with that?
Sniggle, why are you wasting your time with that?
I think it's procrastination.
Procrastination, man.
Fire Seal, what were you doing, dude? I mean, you don't have to tell us, but you gotta tell us.
Ooh,
I'm gonna put it on a playlist I haven't had on for a while, so it's one of those ones like it has some hits and misses, so I might be skipping some at some point. But anyway, okay.
Anyways,
All right. Procrastination for what? Anything other than rejiggering that room. Go work on your JourneyJune. Oh, Furay had given me a follow here. I didn't realize. Hey Ray, what's up?
Ray.
How is your guys' Tuesday? I actually thought it was Thursday. Ooh, that's still hot. It's still hot. Alright, oh boy. I'm supposed to be working on legitimate work right now, but I figure I'll stream for like an hour, like Gabe did yesterday during deadlines. Try to relax, because I haven't been able to relax for a long time. I might snap soon, I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. If nothing else, it'll be a show for you, right? Hey, Chris! Pokemon cards. Oh, Ray. Oh, Ray. Alright, tell me the best and worst of your guys' Tuesday, huh? How's it going? Anybody have a bad customer? Something at work? Something not going too hot? Maybe you just want to vent about something? Go for it. You have the floor. And depending on if you want maybe advice or not, or you just want someone to say, that sucks, we can totally be that. Alright. Should probably... I'm fine. Gabe's here too. He's just very quiet tonight. You drinking your coffee yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're having coffee a little bit too late. Gabe finished part of his deadline, so that's great. That means some of his stress is off, but mine continues. Tuesday's pretty slow. That sounds like a Tuesday. Pizza for breakfast. Worst, got to grab the USB with my JourneyJune stuff. Oh no, Fire Seal. Hey, Grim. Best I did my fist live today. Chris, was that a typo? I mean, unless you're a cam girl. Pizza for breakfast is pretty dope, I'll be honest. Often I've got a room, hallway, piano, and bed. That's good, Snake. That's good. Wait. Sniggle, did you mean I'm off from work? Or I'm off like I'm leaving for work? I wasn't sure what you meant with that. First. Oh yeah, laptops can suck it. I've honestly never had a really good laptop, so I can't weigh into that fight, but... Oh, I know I'm gonna put this into my tea mug. I know it. It's just a matter of time. I thought I had my tea mug separated far enough from my water mug. I don't know if that's the case. Let's see. Hey Mike, what's up? Oh, you do not have to go to work. Okay. It did kind of sound like you were going to leave, but I think you meant I'm off from work. Yeah. Confusing English. Urgh. How you doing, Mike? How's things? Alright. So I'm looking at... This was an original concept thing for Hazel, but I'm not going to stick to this. I think I told you guys the other night I was going to actually do just flats instead of actual shading. So this sort of shading you see here, I'm actually going to do digitally, which when you do flats or anything traditionally, you can just go in and do really consistent shading digitally if you don't want to either screw it up or if you want it to be super consistent, since this is a story. So I've taken a panel, and this isn't the original one, this is actually the original one. I light boxed it. This is Bristol and this is watercolor paper. So I took the Bristol, put the watercolor paper on top of it, light boxed it, which can be an issue. Anytime you light box something, you kind of have to bring the life back into it, you know, because it's going to look traced. You traced your own drawing, but regardless, you know what traced looks like. So a lot of the time you'll have to go back over your lines, kind of redraw again, and I'm going to have to do that for basically everything I've already done for this story. So it's a little bit, I don't know, it feels kind of daunting. It's very daunting thinking about, okay, how many panels did I do for this story? A shit ton. How many am I going to have to redo? A shit ton. Okay. That's why not everybody can do a story. They can't sit down and actually do all that work. That's why people give up. So, anyway, we're doing that tonight. So I'm actually testing out the style that I concluded that I'd like to try to do. So today, we're going to do the watercolor flats, and then ideally Thursday, I'll take it into Photoshop and I'll show you how to do the shading on it. But like I said, I'm only probably going to be streaming till 10 tonight, which is only 50 more minutes. So, because I have way too many things I got to be doing. I've got 3 projects I'm working on before even packing for Dragon Con, which is next week. So, I'm in the midst of kind of a hellscape. So I'm trying to deal with that, but also just trying to not... Woo! Anyway. Grim, what'd I tell you about that? Don't bring that in here. A cyber skeleton thing, cool. Internally freaking out a bit, but you know. ATCs, good job, Ray, for Papkin's thing? Okay, so... Since this is one of the first kind of frames I'm planning out, I gotta kind of plan colors before I put colors down. And before you do any color work, usually you look at it for a little bit and think of the colors on there before you actually put the colors down. And this is why it is good to have character sheets. So like these are helping me, at least with Hazel, but that also tells me what colors not to put around her so that she doesn't blend in, right? The other nice thing about doing flats traditionally and then bringing it digitally, I'd like to push everything in this back area back farther. And to do that, I would just like to do like a flat white that's like 10% or something that just separates further the planes. I'll do that Thursday too. But for today, it's kind of mindless stuff. I think the hardest part is going to be getting her brown here. Gabe, did you have anything you wanted to talk about?
No.
No. Okay. Gabeson's still like, what would you call it? Deadline mode. You haven't really come out of it yet.
Mm-mm.
He's actually not out of his deadline. He's basically in between phases, we'll say. So he just finished, what, 20-some pages of inks? And now he has to color that many, ideally before we leave for Dragon Con. So that's its own problem. So if any of you are wanting to get into comics, you have that to look forward to. And that's not, you know, overestimating or anything like that. That's what it's like. It's an accurate representation.
It's stupid.
What do you mean it's stupid?
It's a lot of stupid.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of stupid work.
Comics aren't for the faint of heart. Comics are one of the industries I feel like are the not only the purest forms of art, but also the most dedicated. Like, you can't be kind of a half-asser when you're a comic artist. You know, illustration, yeah, you can kind of, you know, dance your way through stuff, but you want to meet someone that's hardcore, I'd say comic artist, then second up probably a animator, like an in-betweener animator. Gotta full ass him, true that. Too bad Sagi's not here for that clip. Also, last night I clipped that part that Gabe and I were talking about with having the fear of people stealing your ideas and, you know, any of your actual artwork. So that's in our Discord if anybody wants to take a look at that. It's also on Gabe's channel. If you don't want to join our Discord, go on Gabe's channel. Bye, Graham. Snaggle, have you drawn out what you kind of want to do with that room? Have you planned it at all, or are you just kind of gonna wing it? So I remember when I bought the last house I owned, I guess, I was like, oh, I want to paint some of these rooms. So I went and bought a bunch of paint, and I got done painting one of the rooms. I'm like, huh, still have a lot of paint. So then I was like, well, I'll go paint 2 other rooms. It's like, alright. Mama Millipede, 14 months. Okay, so Mama, I owe you an ATC. Okay, since I think you've been subscribed to the, tier 1. So let me know at least the next time you're on, preferably after Dragon Con, what you'd want. Because anybody who's subscribed to the tier 1 for 12 months gets an original art ATC, so it's about this size. And then if you're tier 2, you get a 5x7 size original art. And then if you're at tier 3 for an entire year, you get an 8x10, basically. So it's pretty cool. We wanted to give extra things to people that were subbed other than emojis. You know, emojis only go so far. So you get the sub-shrub, who I cannot find. He has run from me.
He's been kidnapped.
My desk is destroyed. Oh no, a shrub. Whose nubs am I gonna rub? Don't say anything. I've been watching too much of The Office, so I'm Michael Scotting all over the place. I don't know where he went. Well, Mama, you get to make a wish anyway. I have power over him. Well, here we go. Ready? Okay. 14. I'm gonna go quick. So make your wish. It's gonna be an extra strong one since you've been subscribed for so long. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14! Happy wish making with the shrub nub. Nub shrub. Sub shrub. Nub rubs. I just got an email from client. Okay, good. Yeah, alright. Planning isn't too important, but I'm focusing on arrangement of furniture. Utilize maximum space.
Maximum effort.
Maximum effort. More room for activities, right? Okay. So, wow, that looks green. That's not supposed to look green. Hold on. Gotta change my colors up. This is not accurate. Oof. Oh, that's a little better. Still looks more green. Hold up. Ooh. Nope. That'll do, I guess. True, Snaggle, true. So it's more brown, less yellow. Mama, how you been? What's been up with you? You been good? How's work? Oof. Yeah, that sounds rough.
Ouch.
As long as you like it, though. I guess
I guess
that's what matters.
I guess you're getting paid too, huh?
Yeah, as long as you like it and you're getting paid enough. I mean, the hours you put in, I guess it is still a job, you know. Oh, good job, Mike. That's gotta be a good feeling, right? You know, with how much brown is gonna be in this comic, I might just do it all digitally. See, sometimes you gotta actually go through the motions to actually figure out, well, this is brown, that's brown, this is gonna be brown, there's a lot of brown here, this is brown, all that kind of stuff. You know, once you actually start walking a path sometimes, the point is to just start walking. A lot of people don't even get that far. So remember to do that. But like I said before with the, trying to figure out the style for it, you just want to start thinking of stuff. Try smaller things. Obviously style frames that are about the size of a playing card. That's going to be smarter. See if you like how your formula works out for your story, because what you're going to be wanting to do is actually pick out like a couple things to keep consistent throughout your story in terms of how you're coloring it, if you want to color it. You know, obviously you don't have to color it, but if you're going to tone it or whatever, just be like, okay, I really want foregrounds and backgrounds to be separate, so, you know, every panel, every page, everything is going to have at least two, you know, a foreground and a background, and have it very obviously distinct. And to do that, maybe you're going to do what I'm going to do, and this area back here is going to be 10% white. And then the foreground will be a lot more vibrant, you know, and maybe you carry that throughout the entire thing, you know, and that's one of the pieces of your formula. Maybe the other thing is you're doing all flats. Maybe the other thing is you want a watercolor look. Maybe that's the formula to your story's color style, you know. So, that sounds like a Final Fantasy song. Swan. Let's pick this other one and then go back to my usual. In October. Yeah, hopefully we'll have enough money to go. We will. It's just, right now with both Dragon Con and New York on the horizon, it's just always kind of freaky. I think I'm never going to do that again where I have both back to back. Doesn't seem like the smartest idea.
It just sucks because they're both profitable shows.
They're big shows. So all my commissions, if I offer them at all, which I probably still will because I don't like denying people the option if they want it, it's just going to, they're going to be expensive and they're going to take a while. So I'll be like, well, worst case scenario, up to a year. Gabe and I are trying to move to another apartment that's got the ability to have a dog. So, I don't know what life throws at me sometimes, so I like telling them worst case scenario. Because at least then it sounds like, oh, I'll get it before then, But if you just say, yeah, a year, then they get scared. Because then it could be more than a year. So I think saying worst case scenario in a lot of ways sounds better. But anyway, I'll probably end up doing that for Dragon Con and New York because I'm swamped still from Gen Con, and I don't know, it's crazy. Things are crazy. 15K? That sounds about right. At least for those big booths. What did you say you had, a 20 by 20 or a 10 by 10 or something? Do you remember what he said he had?
I don't remember.
I'm assuming it was one of the bigger ones. It's always best to be prepared, but man, I don't know. People have been very good, very understanding though about all that stuff, so I've been very lucky. And remember, for those of you who are thinking of opening up commissions, doing commissions for people, anytime you can actually have a body of work that shows most likely, like 80% accuracy, what they'll most likely be getting, that's going to help your sales like you wouldn't believe. So let's say you have a little book out. It doesn't even have to be perfect bound. It can just be a little book you printed at home. As long as you've got some examples in it of other commissions you've done, all in a similar style if possible, or at least very sectioned in different styles. Like, well, we could do a cartoony style, which is like these 5 drawings. Or we could do a realism style, which is these 5 drawings. As long as you can show them examples that all look consistent, they'll feel safe about ordering from you. A lot of the time, it's hard for people to get commissions when a lot of their stuff doesn't look the same, or their style's all over the place. Then people are a little bit more apprehensive. The fact I not only have a book of them, I tell them I've got 200 more examples online, and it's a perfect bound book, so it looks good too. So if you can do that, it helps like crazy. But do whatever you can, just make sure you're doing something if you're planning on doing that, because it's hard to sell something that doesn't exist, but to not have anything to show someone about what it'll look like when it exists, that's even harder. Like, I don't even think I could pull that off. So, definitely do what you can about that. Maybe that's kind of your problem, Gabe. And that's why the sketch cards sell so well. Because you have lots of sketch cards to show. Mm-hmm. But when you're like, oh yeah, 9x12 commission, people are like, well, what's it look like? Mm-hmm. So, even Gabe has that problem. If Gabe has that problem, y'all have that problem. 20x20, yeah. Bam. Hey, Nightshade.
Nightshade.
That's good, Mike. Yeah. If that's the series you've been putting up, it's looking good. You're doing exactly what I was explaining. Because you just want to be able to show people things to put their worries at ease. Because really, I feel like that's all commissions are, is you're selling an idea that you will, you'll bring to fruition. Which I think is why I get so stressed about how many I have, because these are all people's hopes that are kind of hinged on me. Which gets on you. You know.
I think it's crazy because like it's really easy. I feel like it's easy to please this. I don't want to call them simpletons, but they don't know any better. You know. Like for the most part, they don't know what good art is and what bad art is.
Yeah. That's the other problem too. Normal folk don't really know how to differentiate art skill from art style. That's another problem. So if you've been in the art game for a long time, you can tell someone's art skill is lacking when they even try to pawn it off as a style. You know what I mean? Have you ever kind of dealt with this? They'll be like, oh, that's my style. It's like, the fact you don't know how to draw arms isn't a style.
Honey,
you know?
Sit down, let me talk to you.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So it's really visible to other artists, which you gotta worry about. You don't want to lie to other artists, especially if you're going to be in this game. You want to make friends, not enemies, right? Though sometimes you're going to make enemies and you can't help it. But when it comes down to that, you gotta be honest with them and each other and yourselves. But did you save the pictures I got from you as commissions? If you want, I can scan them, Sniggle said.
Yeah. No, we don't need them. I don't need scans of them.
Oh, I scanned yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
we're
I mean.
good, Sniggle. We usually are pretty good about that. But yeah. Like, if you're inexperienced, you don't have to make up any excuses like it's my style or, also don't say, oh, I suck. Just say, yeah, I'm kind of at the beginning of this whole thing, just be honest and, be straightforward about it. People can usually tell if you're lying, especially at a convention, stuff like that. So, just be honest and genuine. People really react to that. They respond to that. They appreciate that, honestly. Hey, Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Oh, frenemies, Fire Seal says.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you working on? Albert stuff?
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry if that was loud. How do people lie at conventions? It's more like... It depends on if you're lying to another artist or lying to a customer. But it happens a lot depending on, who's there. Like, I'd have to say a lot of the older dogs, usually old comic book men, are a little bit too aggressive and they'll inflate their product quite a bit. And they inflate their product like that. Greg.
Oh, they're not even old. It's just like it's people who have their own comics who think that they have these grandiose ideas of who they are, and then they
might only have one comic.
Yeah, they're just really sleazy salespeople.
Yeah, sleazy. That's a good way to put it. Sleazy salespeople.
You know immediately when you start talking to them, you're like, okay, this guy's trying to sell me something.
And whether you're an attendee or a vendor, you can usually see through that. A really good sleazy salesman, though, will be able to kind of get you. But I think even then, you're able to see through that. Everybody's able to see through that.
Yeah.
It's just if they let people take advantage of them or not, And Gabe and I have never been of this mindset to kind of take advantage of people or, like I was saying a couple streams ago, I get people crying at my table all the time. At Gen Con, I got 3 people crying. And I actually had napkins ready for them because the pet commission thing, some people, they just lost them last week, so it's fresh, it rips it open, it's right there, and they're just bawling, right?
I was there for that guy.
There's one guy Gabe saw. There were 2 other ones. So I'm getting used to this, but a sleazy salesperson would take absolute advantage of that. I refuse to. I usually tell them, hey, it's here if you ever want it, go walk it off, it's okay, feel better, I didn't mean to open any wounds, and I try to be really caring and generous about that because it's like, I don't want to take advantage of your pain and your vulnerability right now. You're supposed to be having fun. So, I doubt when they're recollecting this story to a friend, they're not going to say, yeah, and I cried at this pet booth, and it was like, what? No, you know, so I don't want to be that guy. So I don't dismiss them, but I tell them, you know, you don't have to do anything. Like, I make sure they know it's okay, I'm a human, I'm not trying to sell your sadness here, you know. But yeah, and then some other artists, like when you meet an artist who's really trying to hustle and you're an artist, and they're trying to either impress you or just kind of talk themselves up, sometimes they can lie a bit. And that's where I'm saying, like, they'll try to gloss over their skills with saying it's a style. It's like, no.
Can't lie to me, Holmes.
Yeah. It's one of those things. And you can usually see through that. I think a lot of artists could. You know, so just in any sense, Spongy! In any sense, don't lie. Be genuine, you know? Spongy, 8 months! Ugh! Thank you, Spongy. Once you reach 12, you're gonna get a free original from me. ATC sized for tier 1. So, got that to look forward to. Here is your sub-shrub. I'm gonna rub his shrub nubs, and you're gonna make a wish. So by the time I get to 8, make sure your wish is, you know, told. Either out loud or in your head. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, Spongy. Thank you. I swear to God, these things are so dirty now. He's got dirty nubs. But that's because all the times I've used pastels. And I've been doing pastels, and I'll go and I'll rub his nubs, and it's like, should probably wash that up. Anyway. I can fit my hands in a Pringle can. Hey! Atta girl. That is a plus. Wish came true. That's good, Spongy. How's your day been? Did you work today? How was work if you did? Does anybody have any crazy work stories or crappy work stories or things you need to get off your chest work stories? Work stories are always the best stories, I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna be extremely honest right now. I am not the best at watercoloring. I'm getting better. However, I do not have enough confidence, I think yet, to know I could watercolor an entire comic right now. Not traditionally. I think if I had like a watercolor brush, a digital one, which I do have thanks to Kyle brushes, Kyle Webster brushes, I'm probably just going to use that so I know I can be consistent with it and use the same colors. Because one of my weaknesses with watercolor is that I can't always keep the same color. Even if I'm pulling them straight from the palette, like I feel like I'm still screwing that up. So, plus it takes a while, where I know digital really well in some aspects, and I know what I want it to look like because I've at least dealt with watercolor a bit. I'm just not to the level I want to be. So, I feel like at that point, if you know what you want it to look like traditionally, and you can replicate it better, maybe digitally, more consistently, then do it. But that's a very specific situation. For anybody else, I don't know if it's even the same thing, but anyway. So I'm only going till probably another 20-some minutes, if anybody wants to talk about anything. But yeah. Should take advantage of Galvasaur's watercolor mentorship. I got this far with Galvasaur's watercolor mentorship. I'm just doing flats on this because, like I said, I wanted to actually do it, do all the shading digitally. So, which I plan to do, but...
Ooh, excuse me.
You ready? You done? Gabe's been sneezing for like 4 hours straight. I don't know what's up. Anyway. So... I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Gabe! Like, I'm not horrible with watercolor, but in terms of figuring out the look I want, I can't exactly replicate it with my skill level right now with watercolor. However, I know enough about watercolor to know what I want it to look like. And with my digital skills, I think I can actually replicate it that way. So. Oh, bye, Fire Seal! Oh. Quitting revolution. Spongy, tell us. Let's walk into the bus. After work, he sees me coming and goes, you look like a fucking badass. And he fist bumps fucking badass. Yo! That's pretty cool, Mama. I actually like that. Was he a nice guy or was he crazy? Because I feel like anybody saying that could be one or the other. But that's cool. Homeless man adopted me. Oh my god. Because they usually border on like super stable and just, you know, in a bad situation, or they're completely crazy. I saw a homeless dude once walking and peeing at the same time. With this, he was just out and he was just peeing while he was walking and waving it back and forth. I'm like, what are you, really? Chicago, I'm telling you. Town hall, and they said no grace period for tardiness. For late anxiety, whoa, Spongy. Oh, Mama, cool. You do look like a badass, so he was right there. So he's not totally crazy, but damn, Spongy. Mic drop, yeah? That had to feel good. So wait, that wasn't your last job, right? That was another time? Because I thought your last job you had given like some notice, right? I thought you had planned that one. I can't remember. Yeah, tardiness does happen. Yeah, food service is a different story. Oh, Mama, that's great! Seriously, ice cream sandwiches, man. Nobody can resist an ice cream sandwich. Oh my god. I just gotta tell you guys, today has been the best weather day we've had in so long. It's been like 65 to 70 all day, cloudy, dark, not exactly rainy. It looked like it could have, but it didn't, and we've had the windows open. There's been a breeze. We've been waiting for it for so long, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's hope. It's coming. It's coming. Because this summer cabin fever, man, I swear to God it exists. For those of us who like the winter and don't think a cabin fever for that necessarily exists, summer cabin fever exists, man. I'm telling you. The last job. Really, Spongy? Oh, man. Corporate, man. It's always corporate. Always fucking corporate, right? They come in thinking they've been there the whole time when all the people in the trenches are all like, no, you're wrong. It hasn't been like what you're saying. And then they're like, oh, yeah, so we're going to make some changes. It's like, you can't make changes. You haven't even been here. Shut up. Man. Oh, Chrissy, that sounds awesome. Lucky you, man. Amazing. You know, and I totally believe that something can be romantic when you're completely alone. You know, you can have that sense of romance without anybody around. So, Chrissy, I hope you get that sense of romance just by yourself. If you're not going with anybody, if you are, cool. If you're not, you can just be in the moment. I think that's, a lot of the time, that's when people are doing the whole, oh, I've got my cup of coffee and I'm cozied up. I feel like that's romance. You know, you don't need someone else to feel romantic. I've only quit abruptly once, and it wasn't for a good reason. I remember that. But I could see if you're in a bad situation, you've been there a while, and you've just been, like, daydreaming about it, then yeah, I could see where it'd be like, fuck yeah, let's end this. Let's is crap. Self-care romance. I believe in it. Totally true. And even when you got a boyfriend or whatever, you can still have self-care romance, and it's not cheating or nothing like that. You just have those moments. It's, I don't know, I feel like it's one of those many just human feelings, you know? Mike, you worked at Victoria's Secret? What did you do there? Was that weird? Like, what did you do? Wouldn't it be weird to be like a stock boy or something? Or I'm just confused. And you're not allowed to work at Target anymore? Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy. Hold them back the entire time. I was gonna say, would they even allow a guy out on the floor? Like, you can't be stocking panties as a dude at Victoria's Secret, right? Like, that seems like that'd be a thing people would freak out about. I wouldn't care. But, I mean, I think a lot of ladies would be like, oh, who's this? What are you doing here? I don't know. Oh, yeah, Chrissy, absolutely. Absolutely. No, mine was just in case you were going alone to not feel alone, you know, because you're never alone if you're with yourself, right? Very sexy for him. Cute. Actually, that's cute. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Put the detector on the bra and panties. Now, I do need to know how you got that job. Did you fantasize it? And you're like, yo, I gotta try for Victoria's Secret. That place would be dope. Just, you know, or were you just like, I need a job, and that was the only job that called you back? Dared tell me that we can have her hair colored. No, that's a plus. Told her hair color is the last thing on her mind when elbow deep in foreign body removal. Spongy. Truth bombs. Lay them down. Oh, job fair at AI? They were at the job fair? Isn't that supposed to just be like actual animation jobs and stuff? Victoria's Secret at a... that seems strange. I don't know, that seems weird. Okay. I mean, you know, people need work, obviously, but that seems out of place. I don't know. That's weird. Nightshade. You thought it was a good idea, and then you immediately thought of what it would be, and then you're like, nope. Nope, never mind. Nope. It was bizarre. Do you have any good stories from that one? I'm very lucky I never had to work retail. Very lucky. I only worked at, and I highly recommend this actually for any artist, check into nursing homes. Either being a receptionist, food service, anything that's not actually nursing technically, because you get paid like crazy because it counts as healthcare. Old people need people to be around them. If you're not into old people, probably don't get that job. I love old people, so it was great for me. And I got a lot of free time there, and you get paid a ton on holidays, plus you get to be with people who are alone. It's like a feel-good job. Anyway.
I think a lot of people...
Night, Spongy. Thank you for your story.
I feel like a lot of people get like misinformation about those places too. Like they don't like.
Everybody thinks they have to clean up poop.
Yeah, or like you.
No, you don't.
You gotta like deal with like crazies.
No, and that's only if you're on 3rd floor. If you're in the Alzheimer's unit, that's different, but you have to be there for a reason. I worked at a nursing home from, I think I was 15 to 21 or 22, somewhere in there, and I worked 3 jobs there. I worked in the food service there, which wasn't that bad. It was pretty great, actually. And the receptionist job there. I got a lot of my stories figured out during that job. But yeah, I didn't have to do anything gross. I didn't have to do anything weird. That's nursing. That's a whole career. If If you're just looking for a job, I highly suggest, though, if you are an artist and you want to eventually become a professional artist, full-time, don't get a barista job. Don't get a job where you're busy all the time.
Yep.
Try to find a job where you do have some lax to it. And you might not get it paid as much, but at least you're working on yourself in those downtimes. Unless you really need money. Obviously.
Overnight security guard.
There you go.
Overnight anything, actually.
But yeah, you're really not going to get very far in your art if you can't really have time to think about it. So you're kind of sacrificing maybe a little bit of pay or convenience for the fact you can actually think of yourself more during the job. But
you know what else I was thinking of? Like I was thinking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I think I had discussed it with you that if I ever had to get like a legit job again,
yeah,
I would,
legit job.
Yeah, my first step would be like if I couldn't get a job in the art field,
Right.
it would be working at a grocery store because you literally if as a stock boy, right?
And this is this because you wore this, right?
Yeah, because I did this, and if you really think about it, think about it. All right, all you do is just stock shit. All right, maybe once in a while you got to show like a mom where the butter is because she doesn't know the store, right? But really, you don't have to sell people anything. You don't have to oh yeah, well this is our best butter. You definitely want to go with this butter. Can I ring you up now? And remember to add that the insurance on this butter because it might go bad. You don't have to do that shit.
You want butter warranties.
Yeah, or you don't have to pitch them on have you would you like to use our rainbow pooping card? It saves you 15% on all your purchases right now.
You making fun of rainbow?
No, I'm just saying you don't have to do that. If you're a registered person at Target, you gotta do that.
Registered.
Register. A registered person at Target.
You gotta be 5% today?
You want to say, hey, are you gonna be using your red card today, bitch? I ain't got no red card.
Oh. Overnight front desk. Yeah, hotel motel. I had a friend who did that too.
Yeah.
Yes, they never have to do anything.
Once in a while, you get a rowdy crew who comes in.
That's a great one, Mama. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, I had a friend. Granted, he was a big guy. He was 300-400 pounds, somewhere in there. Too big. And he was looking for a job where he didn't have to do anything, which probably wasn't the best idea for him. But because of that, I learned a lot about, hotels and stuff. And you're totally right. He didn't do jack, at all. His next job was at a casino, so at least he got more walking in, but damn.
These are the jobs you should be looking for.
Yeah. If you want to work on your stuff as well as, get some money. But, yeah, any of those other jobs, that are going to keep you on your toes, that's going to keep you on your toes. You can't think,
Barista, though, worst goddamn job. Even working at,
I'm sure Mama's a badass at it.
Oh, yeah, no, and that's the thing, if you're good at that shit, then okay.
Hell yeah.
But Mama, I'm sure, you've had your times where you're alright, I need to stop talking to people so that I can think about my own shit.
Oh my god.
But,
I don't know how you do it.
Working in I worked in a factory before, and really, just doing the same thing over and over and over again, you learn it, after a few days when you start, you're alright, this is what I had to do, and I just have to do it over and over and over and over again.
Oh god, I had one job like that. I couldn't do it.
It's almost like going to the gym and being on a treadmill.
Nope.
You just what I mean
disagree.
What I mean is by that is that you're then you're just running.
Yeah.
You're not thinking. Eventually, you after doing that for a while, you get into the mode where you're all right, I'm just running. I'm running.
However, with what you're saying, I did have a job where. And this is, I think, the worst job to get. This is my opinion, okay? My absolute opinion. It's catered to me. Don't feel bad if you know someone, whatever. Doesn't apply just to me. I had a job as a 3D playground visualization person, right? I would take CAD files and I would translate them into 3D visualization files and like take in products, 3D products, put them in a 3D space so that we could actually show people what it looked like, but also, you know, have the layout of the playground. I knew what I was doing every day forever. It was the same thing every day. And what's worse about that is, yeah, from what he's saying, if it were a different kind of job, I could probably wedge something else in there, but since it's a corporate office atmosphere and you're being watched, you can't deviate and you cannot screw up. And it was the worst, most claustrophobic I've ever felt in a job in my entire life. It scared me. Like, that was the office space, like, mentality, fear. Like, one time we had to go into a room for a corporate presentation, 300 of us, and it was just talking about stats for the company. And I was like, no, no, I hate this. This is god-awful. No, I would never want to do this in my entire life. So, I mean, that's what kicked me into looking at game studios, and then I got my first game job after that. But that was my, between ending college and getting a legitimate job, it was an internship, but it was an actual job at the company, and I was like, no. And one of the guys actually stayed there, and from what I know, still works there.
Nope.
And let's see, that was in 2007.
Oh, wow.
So he's been there over a decade now. That could have been me, you guys. No, God, no. That's not what I want for me. If that's his idea of success, awesome. He's doing it. Good for him. It scares the hell out of me. I don't know. Oh, Nightshade. That's actually a good idea. Good job.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, and now that you've got like earbuds, like those, you know, like the what's it called? Like the really
D&D
small
ones?
ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the Apple ones, the wireless like earbuds.
Yeah.
Now you can just walk around with those all the time.
Yeah, Mama, I got mad respect for you.
Hell yeah.
Like, I couldn't do that, honestly. I mean, I'd maybe feel like a badass every once in a while, filling like 4 coffee orders at once and, you know, pumping that out, but just knowing that that doesn't stop would probably destroy me. And the thanklessness of it, you're amazing. I'm just gonna tell you, you're amazing. And if people don't already tell you thank you for, you know, their coffee and what you do, you give them a lot of joy they probably don't even realize till later. So, I appreciate you and what you do. Oh, there you go, Nightshade. Gabe, did you work at Starbucks? No. Gabe would not be able to keep up at Starbucks.
No, I would not. I'm not even gonna.
I love him to death, but that would destroy him too.
I'm not gonna. Man, I would walk the fuck out. Like, I worked at Wendy's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
so
Gabe
I mean,
worked at Wendy's.
I know what it's like during rush hour.
Hell.
And hey, you know what? I know it's probably nothing like Starbucks, but you try working somewhere where it smells fucking good 24/7. Like, man.
That would be rough.
I was the fry and nugget guy, and part of being a fry and nugget guy means that you get to...
You have to test them?
You gotta test them to make sure that they're good. Boy!
They was always good.
They were always... No, they were always bad.
What?
You know, like, in quotes.
Good bad.
Yeah, no, like...
We need to throw all these out.
Yeah, no, these are bad.
Yeah, we need to do another batch. These are bad. I'll just put these over here next to my Kobe. Yeah.
And then the way that they their buns, they're run through a toaster.
Oh.
So you basically,
like one of those bagel toasters.
Yeah, basically you toast them first, and then you throw them back on a rack.
Yeah.
So they're like still, you know, kind of crunchy.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, I would fuck some up on purpose, just so that I could eat the bread, because it's like buttery.
Really
it's
quick.
So good.
Gabe, how old were you? Tell them, please.
I was 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not now.
It's not now. No. I keep
used to be a troll. Remember that?
I would mess them up so that I could eat them, because any of the ones, sometimes they would get like caught in the machine, and then you just get like a chunk of one. You're like, all right, well, the rest of that is stuck back there.
I don't blame you. I was fat when I worked at a food service area too. However, get this. All right, so yeah, fast food. I get it. It's fattening food. But if you work at a nursing home where they're purposely putting like half a stick of butter and stuff to keep them at weight, and you get some of that, because we got free dinner when we would give them dinner,
Yo.
and usually I'd try to eat with them and stuff because I love old people, but everything is butter. Everything. I mean, sure, you know, diabetics got their own separate meals. That part was actually kind of fun, separating like everybody's dietary things. You wouldn't think it, but it was. It was actually kind of fun. It was like Overcooked. That's what it was kind of like.
I want my guy.
Well, they'd usually have 2 options for the night, so it made it easy. It's like basically a wedding dinner every night, chicken or fish, blah blah blah.
Oh, nice.
But you know, I'd have a list of, you know, Dottie can't have carrots, or you know, Wilford needs these things with his meal. You know, I actually knew an old guy named Van.
Nice.
Yeah, he was great.
I had a friend named Van.
Really?
Yeah, he's Australian though.
It's a sweet name, dude.
Yeah. He was a dick though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He was just
Mine
an
was a
internet
womanizer,
troll.
but he was like the cute grandpa womanizer. Like, grandpas flirt.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think it's always cute, honestly, because they never mean anything. They know they're not getting anything, and it's just cute. If they're on the side of the street, though, I can't say the same thing. But, you know. Hey, Sophia!
Sophia!
What's up? Hold on, I gotta catch up in chat now. Oh, Cass is here.
Cass.
Oh, Snaggle, you're just trying to tell him to have a good day.
Sophia, are you going to TwitchCon by chance?
Gabe. Why are you talking about
I'm
that?
asking people if they're going
We're
to
not going
TwitchCon.
to talk about that on
I'm not
stream.
talking about it. I'm just asking her if she's going to TwitchCon.
Favorite is when I have a line out the door, but they're all regulars. Oh yeah, I do like regulars. Regulars are great. Because they know that they're going to be back all the time, so they're usually very cordial, you know? It's the people that are like, ugh, I have to stop into this coffee place because it's on the way to this thing and I need to go fast. And it's like, oh god.
I gotta start tipping at Starbucks.
Nightshade said, did you ever make a surf and turf Dave's double with fish patty in the middle?
Oh, nah. I used to make, before it got actually made into something, we used to make, what are they called? It was like we take Frosties and then put coffee in them. That was amazing.
Oh no, Nightshade. Yeah, I won't be able to work at a restaurant, no way.
Where's my boy Long? That dude works
Dude,
at
Nightshade, yeah, Van Sorensen, that sounds dope. True that. Sophia's going.
Cool.
Nightshade, change your name. Your regular name's fine. You have the problem I have, which if I could change my name to something cool, I would. But at least now I've got Cloverkin. Jamocha Shake, he says.
Yeah.
I had Dunkin' Donuts anything for the first time, what, last year?
Maybe 2 years ago, maybe.
2 years? Worst shit I've ever put in my mouth. I
and I've
don't...
eaten shit.
I'm sorry. I don't understand how anybody can like that. Like, you want to talk about syrupy, sugary, empty. Dunkin' Donuts, man. That was
Yeah, it's
nastiest.
not the best coffee.
No. When you said that, I was like picturing, oh yeah, gas station coffee. Okay. No.
It's not even.
It's worse than gas station coffee. I was blown away. The quality is... Yeah, right? Dunkin' Donuts sucks. I'm sorry. Oh, you just got back from a trip? Where'd you go, Sophia? Nightshade, do you prefer Pete, Peter, or Nightshade? Espresso shakes at my work, a milkshake, but instead of blending in with ice cream with shots of espresso. I got a, I know Starbucks always makes people mad, but Gabe and I still have it. But I got a triple mocha frap today, and I added a shot, and apparently Gabe was saying that all of the workers are like, oh,
What?
you're doing what? We have to try that. It's
They
like, you haven't tried that? You work here.
They made an extra like extra few drinks out of it. Like they made it in the blender.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how they did it, but I'm sure they added in like 2 or 3 extra shots.
Yeah.
So that they could all try it.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, guess. Guys. Dude, if I started work at any sort of food anything, I would try every goddamn thing on the menu in the first week. And be like, alright. Because, I mean, also, that's a selling point.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, yo, my favorite thing on the menu is this. And I started 2 days ago. I've had the menu, you know? I went to multiple, and they were all bad. Yes! Sniggle! Yes! Oh my god. I've never been to a Tim Hortons. Minnesota doesn't have those, so I've never even heard of those. Also, I thought Bob Evans was just like food at the supermarket. I had no idea they actually have establishments. Anyway. Oh, a wedding! 9 hours. Dang.
Oh,
Was
wow.
it worth it? Was it nice? Oh no, Cass. No. Someone over has an interesting combo. I always make an extra so I can try it. I mean, it's smart if you haven't, but I'm always surprised if they haven't had it yet. You know? I used to get so much free food. What? Nightshade, you worked at Delta?
I imagine him like watching us like on his computer, and then he opens up a drawer on his desk, and he's just got like one drawer is just full of peanuts, like airline peanuts.
Oh. What did you do at Delta, Nightshade?
Oh, Burger King bought them?
Oh. I didn't know that.
Bye, Mike.
Oh, good job, Sophia. I'm glad it was worth it. Bye, Mike.
Whoa, okay.
Cass, wow.
Deep-seated. Now, Cass, was it Delta, or was it the people that were working for Delta?
Don't hate the messenger.
Or Cass, were you just irresponsible and not have a chain wallet and lost your shit at the airport?
Ooh, called out. Yo, okay. So I said I'd stop at 10, and I mean that. But, really quick, Goss, Gabe, can you hand me one of those on the floor? And then one of those packs in that thing. One of those, and then one of the other ones. Awesome. You're on point tonight. Okay. I'm gonna talk about products real quick. Products. Alright, so, Cass, pay attention. Fuck you, Gabe, you don't know me. We do know you. Alright, so this is my new sticker sheet that came. It's 6x9, so each one of these guys is like... what is it? They're about 2 inches each. There's some leaf ones here that are also stickers. Oh shit. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, so there's 13 stickers. I thought I miscounted. I was like, god damn it. But anyway, it's my normal sticker set, which it kind of sucks because I did this sheet because I had these, and these are my old one. I have 4 of these left. So these are the old ones. Okay, see how much bigger those are? This is like 3 inches. Each of these is like 2 inches. The problem was I had a thing on the top of this similar to this one, like here. The problem was, shit, I just smeared all my junk. Hold up. Let's do this real quick so it doesn't affect it. This was during a promotional sale on Sticker Mule, so I was able to get a ton of these for super cheap. So they're all the same ones that are on the sheet, but they're huge. And they have a nice clear outline on them, which I like, but I love that they're huge. The problem was, when these were at my table though, they're in this pack, as you can see, and people would go through all of them. So they're sitting in a little, I have a little display thing that these all sit in, and there was like maybe 10 at a time, something like that. And they were rifling through them, looking, for a different one in the front. And I had to tell them, I'm like, no. All 7 are in there. I set it in 3 places. I set it on the top thing, the thing that's like up here. I set it on the thing it was like sitting on, and I had another thing that was sitting out in front. It's like 7 sticker pack. How much more can I tell you? So I went with the sticker sheet this time because now they at least know they get all of these, right? Not only that, but I'm going to be charging $15 for this. So it might seem crazy because there's only a couple stickers, but then you also get a print. So I was like, sticker sheet and a print, $15. That seems fair. These were 10, but I only have 4 of these left, like I said. So Cass, let me know which you're going to want to buy, because like I said, these aren't on my Etsy yet, because I just got them, doing them for Dragon Con. But I just wanted to give you an option in case you wanted the old ones. That goes for any of you guys. If you want the big owl stickers, go order them on Etsy now, because I'll be doing a like a Friday, Saturday run, something like that. And like I said, I only have 4 left. So, gosh, I'm not repeating that. You better have been paying attention. What else I told the airplanes? Oh, cool! You emptied the toilet?
Oh.
Ew. What was that like? I want to know, but I don't want to know. Would always get clogged with toilet paper. I'd have to smack the hose with a stick. I got sprayed with the blue liquid. Ah! This sounds horrible, Nightshade! Oh my god. Hours suck, pay was awful, always losing money, threatening to fire us. That sounds terrible. That's another one of those jobs I feel like people get replaced quickly too, so it's like, what does it even matter, you know? You had to buy your uniform? That's shit! Oh my god. And if you want to show yours, are yours just on your Etsy?
They're not for sale on my Etsy. Actually, they are. Are they?
I don't know. I don't know what you've done with your life lately. I have no idea.
I think they are on my Etsy. Maybe they're not. Yeah, they are. It's
Dude,
only
I gotta
$10.
be honest, Southwest has been really good to us. They've been really slick with everything. We get free luggage. Oh.
Prices are relatively cheap.
Yeah. So that's been nice. So we usually go with Southwest. Have we flown Delta?
I don't remember. I have. I don't remember it, but...
I'm sad that when I first started traveling, which was only like 2 years ago, it seemed like everybody had a cool little airplane screen where I could see where I was at all times. And now every time we go on a plane, there ain't never no screen.
Whoa, Chrissy, this is your first flight?
Damn! Try to play some music as you're taking off. It makes it easier. Just in case. Just in case you're not into that. The whole feeling of it. Do you like roller coasters, Chrissy? If you like roller coasters, you'll probably like airplanes. Oh, it's good, Gus. Okay. I'm almost done flatting this. Like I said, I think I'm not gonna do it actually traditionally because this would just be too much work. I don't have time for this. I like the effect, but it's too much. I'd rather kind of blanket things, I guess. Try to get the same effect. So Thursday, I think we'll be working on that. Damn. Also, I think I'll be able to get better variations of brown. Because I don't have a ton of colors in here. And that's my own damn fault. Oh, the security stuff. You should be okay. Oh. Are you able to avoid making your carry-on very heavy? Yeah, make sure if you bring like a water bottle before you go into the security, you drink it all. That's one of those things. You can have things over 4 ounces, but they have to be in a checked bag. Anything in 3?
Yeah.
That was 4. 3 ounces. Make sure they're in your checked bag. if they're bigger than 3 ounces. Otherwise, in your regular bag, 3 ounces, and then put them in like a little gallon bag. Hi, Wade. Nice, Mama. Ship that ink. Ship that ink.
Hey.
Wade, what day are you getting to Dragon Con? Shoot. Wait, I'm trying to remember your brother's name. It wasn't Robert. Or was it Robert? Do you remember it?
Robin.
Robin? No.
Robert. No, I also.
Maybe it started with an L. Maybe it's like Lewis. Help me out, Wade. What was it? Oh God, this guy killed me. I don't think it was Robert. Larry! Damn it!
Larry.
Call him Robin.
Robin.
No, I don't want to. Between you and me, he reminds me of my ex-husband, and it's not in a bad way. He just looks a lot like him, so I just think it's funny. So I feel for him. Because, I mean, I've got, like, these weird ties that aren't there, obviously. But he's very nice. I like your brother. Surprised when people try to take care of him. We had a guy who tried boarding with a lava lamp.
What's wrong with that?
Are you kidding?
Yeah. Man, you know, if you're gonna get high somewhere, you gotta have your lava lamp.
As a carry-on?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Liquid.
That's not liquid.
Plus, oh man, he could
It's
even
lava.
run it. Because some chairs have outlets. So he could be sitting on the plane with his lava
That'd
lamp
be
on, and those
fucking
things burn like hell.
Great. I'd love to see that.
Wade, I'm not going to do that, but Gabe can totally do that. Pick a different name every time.
Hey, Jackson.
Does my conditioner count? Yeah. Anything liquid.
You don't need
Chrissy,
conditioner.
you know what liquid is, right? We don't need to break that down, do we?
You
get it.
don't need conditioner. The hotels have them if you're going to a hotel.
No, I'm with Chrissy on this. Like,
Otherwise,
fuck hotel conditioners.
just use somebody else's conditioner.
No, you can bring your own. It just has to be in a 3 ounce. If you're only staying for like a week, you should be fine. And you could put multiple 3 ounce things in there. I think they just have to be broken up. So you could have like conditioner 1 and bottle conditioner 2.
Oh yeah, they sell those things at the store. Like you can get like a travel pack thingy.
Yeah. Like Target and whatever. Alright. So this happened. I'm not completely pleased with it. Also, the colors are way damn off. Like, that's closer to what they are. I'm here. I don't know what this green is doing. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, depends on the hotel. I always stay at the Holiday Inn.
At the Holiday Inn. Oh, you're gonna love Holiday Inn Express, boy. You get free breakfast there usually.
Oh, creepy mama. I love it.
I love me some Holiday Inn Express.
Oh, Chris, you'll be fine then. You'll be good. Okay, so like I said, I have to get back to working. I'll be on Thursday, 4 p.m. Central. We're gonna probably do the same exact scene, but digitally. And I'll try to figure out a way to do that better, because this didn't turn out how I wanted it to. It was a good experiment. For anybody else who's doing this sort of thing with the story, trying to figure out a style frame, all that stuff, remember to do them small. I didn't have time to make mine smaller, so I just did it big. Anyway, and it's a flat, so I didn't even need to render, so whatever. But if you're making style frames, make like 3 to 4, I'd say. Make them the size of a playing card or something, and just try some colors, different techniques, things like that. Figure out what you could do over and over and over again and be consistent with it. Unless you're doing a super surreal story and it needs to be different every time, then you're fine. Ash, real quick. I'm in a hurry, but can I ask about the status of commissions? Yes. Nightshade. They're basically still pencil. I thought I had time, so I haven't been rushing them, so I still have to color them. When would you like them to buy? That would really help me out, because I'm juggling a part-time job, commissions, and conventions. So if you have a time in mind, let me know.
Nightshade, your commission for me, September. Mid-September.
You have a commission from him?
Yeah.
I didn't know. We're together 24/7. I had no idea. By November. Oh, you're fine. Okay. No, I'll definitely have it before then. Guaranteed. In fact, I'll probably do it on a stream when I get back at some point. So, yeah, don't even worry about that. I'll even write a thing down. Yeah, you'll probably have it by September or something. Don't even worry about it. Because you know me, I could probably finish those in a stream or two. But I just want to make sure it wasn't like first week of September, you know. Sophia, it's just a mobile game, like, remote work job that I've been doing. It's not a big deal. I call it a part-time job, but really it's as much time as I can put into it, I guess. But I got it, and it's really nice because it's decently steady income, but also, like I said, I've got 40 commissions to do. I've got 2 more giant cons left this week, or this year. Dragon Con in New York. Potentially a third. We'll see about that. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to go home, stay home. But November and December, at least, I think I'll be able to breathe. Hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, Nightshade, we should be good. We should be good. Tits, thanks, good night. I like it. Yeah, so it's not like not art related. It's still art related. Seeing as I was in the game industry for 10 years, I still have all these connections that I can kind of call on, latch on, all that stuff. For December, yeah, right. Anyway, come back on Thursday, and we'll do it again, but different. And maybe I'll work on a commission or two. I thought I'd work on a commission now, but you know what? I'm not going to make any promises, depending on how I'm doing. It might be this, or it might be a commission. I don't know. And I was even thinking about starting warm-ups with crayons. I'll be honest. So, you guys, actually, I'm going to real quick suggest this so that we could do this together sometime. Go to Target right now because it's back to school stuff. Get yourself a 120 pack of crayons. What is this, $4? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like actually under 10. I think it was like 8 or 9.
No, dude. That was for both of ours.
No, that was the
markers.
No, the one below that was like $6 or $4.
Either way, it was cheap as shit. So go get these, because I'm going to actually suggest that anybody having a bad day drawing, you actually warm up with crayons. It's going to make you feel better about anything you do. Because you can't really do a good job with crayons, so if you warm up with them, you're like, alright, I know I can do better than this. And it actually builds your confidence, surprisingly enough. So, get some crayons, and use them as kind of a silly warm-up tool. I promise it'll have some interesting effects. Anyway, but yeah, right now, because back to school. Thursday, 4 p.m. CST, back here. Gabe and I will be here. Thank you guys for resubbing, the ones that did.
Yo.
I love you. You're on your way to get original art from me. So, yeah, Mama, we miss you. Thank you for coming. Seriously, we miss you so much. I hope you're having a good time. I know you got your fires and stuff. I hope it's okay. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming. Bye!